dibs were implied.
Implied dibs?
Yeah.
Ted, you are spitting on the grave of Sir Walter Dibs, inventor of the dib.
First Dibs question today, sponsored by Trantolo and Trantolo, your personal injury law firm. Keith and Scott, third generation of Trantolos for over every years. That's almost 100 years. The Trantolos have been helping out people in Connecticut that have been injured. Hartford, Waterbury, Bridgeport, New Haven, Torrington, Riverhead, and Melville, New York. Those are their offices. And in order to get in touch with them, 844-999-9999. This is funny that you asked that because I thought it was pretty funny yesterday, actually 2 days ago, when they were making fun of A-Rod for finishing 88th in his golf tournament.
The Celebrity Classic, yeah.
First Dibs question is, what is the most number of strokes you've put down on a golf card?
Well, I was thinking about it because I was looking at these sand traps / true bunkers. I guess this is where they get their name from. And we're used to this in the Open Championship. British Open has some serious sand traps that literally have brick walls in front of you as you're trying to get about, 4 foot, 5 foot, 7 foot above where this bunker is to get it on the green. And if you or I were in there and we're playing legit, we're still in there. Like, we're digging that thing out. There ain't no way, unless we pick up the ball and throw it, are we going to get it on the green. So it's like, gosh, what would I have put down? I don't put anything bigger than an 8. Snowman is as high as I go. If it's a snowman, pick my ball up and I'm on to the next one. Now, if we're playing for keeps and we got money on the line, then I'll concede and ask my partner. But I think the most I've ever done is a 9. I don't think I've ever put a 10 down. And I think it was with my dad who was holding me to account. And other than that, I am snowman or less.
I've done a bunch of celebrity things that I probably shouldn't have because I'm not a good enough golfer. But all the way into the cup, a couple of different times, you have to because caddy is putting down your number.
Oh, no gimmies. We're playing out of bounds. We're playing oh, God.
I think I shot 119 one day, 120 the next.
Good for you.
Did not finish last. And I think it was Foxwood or Mohegan. I can't remember who it was. And Johnny Bench was my partner for the 2 days. He won. And he was basically like, dude, you were so funny because you're talking about a sand trap. There was one sand trap there. I kept hitting the lip. It kept coming down. I must have done it 8 times. I got a snowman just trying to get onto the green. And so eventually I did. But I felt bad at times. But Johnny was like, dude, it was no problem because he was laughing so hard that ultimately he won. But, I felt I was holding them up.
Yeah,
because
I
think he shot below par for the tournament, but the 2-day tournament. But in other tournaments, stuff like that, I'm not going to cheat. It's not going to help me. And to find your handicap at my old country club, you had to turn in 10 cards, and I wanted to actually know what my handicap was, and so to be legit. And so first of all, I thought a long time ago and hard about this. I love to golf with people who don't take it seriously like me.
So true.
Like people, so and you're true. Like that, and a lot of my friends are like that. But the people I don't want to golf with that think like a 95 is worth stressing over, or an 89.
Oh God,
dude, we're not setting the club record. We're not on the PGA Tour winning $3 million for first place. So stop. Just those people annoy me when they try not, because I watch people cheat. And I'm like, if you're going to cheat at golf, what else do you cheat at?
So this Troon that we're playing at in the Open Championship, you have to turn in your handicap because if you suck so hard, they are not going to even let you on the course. You're going to be holding up everything. And if you get into one of these sand traps and you're like you and you have a snowman just trying to get out, you're going to be backing up everything. And we got to make some money here. We got to turn some tables.
Pace of play is a
we
big
cannot
thing.
have you out there just spending time putting suntan lotion while you're in the bunker / beach. Now, in putt-putt, isn't it a 5-stroke max? Like, if you hit 5 and you didn't get it in, you got to move on because we're turning tables. We got to keep this putt-putt rolling. I always feel like if you are hitting a snowman, I don't care if you're playing with me, playing in front of me, playing behind me, pick your ball up and move on to the next hole. 8 should be the tops. Kurt, what's your tops? What's your max on a scorecard?
I'm right with you.
8 and you're gone.
Yep.
Because
pick the ball up, move along.
And it's not like if you're playing with me, and even if I don't know, if we're playing some kind of pride points for stroke play, and you're at 7 and you're still 150 away, and you don't get a hole-in-one after that or an approach, dunk it in after that, pick your ball up. Let's go to the next tee, man. This is going to be bad for you for the next hole because
Right.
you're going to be staring at that 9-10. That's going to ruin your whole day. Your entire day is going to be focused around that 9 and 10 you had to scratch out and actually put on that. No, I don't want you to be sad. If you're playing with me and you're sad, you're bringing me down.
I agree with that. And if you're just playing for and giggles, it's different. There was many times, even with my father-in-law, where I would pick up balls. I'd pick my ball up and just let him play because he's gonna have a birdie or a par.
He cares.
It also
He
makes a
cares.
difference. That's usually where I stop scoring myself. If I am scoring, it's like I'll
Yes.
throw the card out. At
Right.
that point.
If I had a 10
Right.
on there, what's the use of the next hole? Like, I'm going to really come back after that. What do we call that? A quintuple bogey on a par 5? Cool.
If it doesn't have a
Well,
name, pick your ball up.
And when I'm playing with my brother, how we play is we play match play. So you win the hole.
There you
and
go.
So you're just putting down a 1,
Right.
up 1, down 1.
I won, you lost.
And he gives me strokes. He won't give me a stroke on a par 3, but he'll give me 14 strokes. And a lot of times I can beat him
Yeah.
because I'm within that as far as my handicap.
That's fun.
And it's fun because after 16 holes, he's either up a couple or I'm up a couple, whoever it is that day, and it's fun that way. And then we also play. You could push the guy. So if I'm like down on the 8th hole by 2, I'll go push. And if I win the next hole, we're even going into the next 9. So I mean, there's
that.
ways that if you play with the proper, you and I and my brother and people like that get it. That is because it's no fun if you're down 30 with 5 holes to play. You don't even want to. You don't even want to be there at that point.
I have some very creative scoring. Now, I feel like if you hit a tree, that is a stroke off of the hole. So if you drive it in the
I'd be
woods,
under par all the time.
You drive it in the woods, get that nice ricochet out to the middle of the green, you are sitting at 0. You have not even hit a stroke yet. Now, if you go in the sand trap, that's good. That's a free drop. In my world, we play traps. Or we don't play traps. Right, we don't play traps, but it is a free shot, free drop. So already, you could go off the tee in my world. You're playing with me. It's a par 4. Boom, you hit a tree, you bounce onto the fairway. You're sitting 0. You go into a trap. Don't worry about it. You drop right next door. You are chipping for eagle. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Now you went in the woods and you went into a trap, and somehow you're chipping for eagle. You know why? Because you're playing with me.
It's an adventure.
And that's very creative. But again, you're making it fun. A lot of people
Yes.
they don't understand
Good
that
point.
it's supposed to be 3, 4, 5 hours of fun. That's why you can have adult cocktails if you're over 21 and 21 or over. But don't go out there with the intention of thinking you're going to shoot like DeChambeau or somebody like that. You're not. You don't play often enough. You're not consistent enough, and even they get frustrated. And they should be having fun with the money they're making.
And we're talking to everybody here. Unless you have your PGA card or you're playing in the CT Open here in a couple of weeks, then you need to adhere to these rules, not the PGA rules. These rules, the Rob
All right.
Dibble Show golf rules.
I say we do a daily pickle here because we lost Rich Beam to a better offer.
What?
He's
Where'd
at
he
the
go?
Open. He's probably out drinking. They do a lot of having some fun, those
Hanging out.
golfers.
He's a DeChambeau, that
That's right.
Beam. He's probably
But I
hanging
got
out
a
with
great
Bryson.
story to kick it off
All
about
right,
a guy
cool, fine.
just 13 months ago tossed a perfect game, and he was just released by the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll be back with that.
That'd be a lesson, Skeens.